Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The novel is called Supreme Harem God System, and the protagonist, Knox Leander, transmigrated into a fantasy world with a system that helps him strengthen himself by having sex with women. The stronger the woman, the more benefits he gains, and he can also strengthen weaker women he sleeps with. The story follows his journey from a mere mortal to becoming the emperor while spending time with his beloved women. The author's rating for the novel is 78. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a character named L who becomes a baby in the world of One Piece and grows up to become a natural swordsman. He possesses exceptional abilities like observation haki and the ability to hear all things at a young age. The story is rated 78. On to the next novel we have. The Lazy King is a novel about a character who has reincarnated into a different world and becomes a demon lord. The character enjoys being lazy and does not value hard work or virtues like glory and honor. The reviewer gives the novel a rating of 86. On to the next novel we have. The novel follows a protagonist who takes on the role of a villainess but struggles with her inherently good nature. However, she uses her intelligence and wit to manipulate those around her and live comfortably as a rich villainess. Unexpected challenges arise when a new character enters the picture and threatens to disrupt her plans. The reviewer rated the novel 82. On to the next novel we have. The article is about a game scenario where the player is given 4 choices when faced with his senior sister after a battle. The choices include kissing her lips or forehead, hugging her, or expressing disbelief and stating that he sees her as a sister. Each choice presents different rewards of varying tier grades. The writer finds the choices to be too simple and recommends choice 4. The writer gives the game an 80 out of 100 rating. On to the next novel we have. The Reincarnated villain makes the heroines tearfully beg for forgiveness is about Lin Yan, a heavenly emperor who was defeated by the male lead and 10 female leads. He awakens a power to rewrite his past and begins to do so. As a child, he protected and fed one of the female leads, Xiao Yanren, and later married another heroine, Xiao Mei. He rose to become the heavenly emperor, but his actions were misunderstood by the world. The story explores Lin Yan's past actions and how he seeks forgiveness from the heroines. The rating for the story is 86. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Villain's Journey Towards Destruction, with a rating of 76. It is about a world ruled by superheroes and villains where the protagonist, Jack, turns to villainy after the heroes ruin his life. One small event causes major consequences that affect the world of paradise. On to the next novel we have. The title is Sense, and the rating is 82. The description explains the concept of procedural memory, which helps with tasks without conscious awareness, and introduces a doctor named Park Do-wook who can use other people's procedural memory. This unique treatment is the focus of the story. On to the next novel we have. The protagonist in My Longevity Simulation must navigate a world where immortality is nearly impossible and the immortal realm is plagued. However, he gains a supreme treasure that allows him to reverse time, and he embarks on an endless path to immortality. He ascends through politics in his second life but cannot find the immortal path. In his third life, he is ultimately killed by an immortal sword. The protagonist, Li Fan, is determined to achieve immortality and will continue to pursue it throughout his numerous lives. The rating for this simulation is 92. On to the next novel we have. The story, Rise of the Legendary Emperor, is about a man seeking revenge on a powerful kingdom in a world ruled by humans. Unlike typical hero tropes, the story avoids collecting women and saving everyone, and instead introduces an evil force from ancient times. The author rates the story 82. On to the next novel we have. The Rebirth of Evelyn Knox is a story about a girl who is given a second chance in a different world after her death. She is determined to live a happy life and repay some favors. Although she is surprised by the world of fantasy and her family's situation, she remains cool and collected with a clear plan, but it remains to be seen if everything will go according to her plan. The reviewer gave the story a rating of 82. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the story is Invincible Uncle-Grandmaster, and the author gives it a rating of 78. The story follows a 16-year-old character named Chin-Ju who is the youngest Uncle-Grandmaster in the Xuanyi Mountain sect and the strongest in the world. However, Chin-Ju prefers a peaceful life on a cliff behind the sect until a mysterious girl appears. The story includes Chin-Ju dealing with sneaky sects and hostile clans while also creating sentient weeds and spirit energy guns. On to the next novel, we have. The story is called The Way of a Demon Lord. It is about a special demon named Adrian Darkheart who chooses to become a demon lord, even though it is forbidden. The story is dark and contains explicit, mature and gore scenes. The reviewer gave it a rating of 80. On to the next novel, we have. The article discusses a weird world revival where individuals are chosen to represent their countries and challenge the unspeakable. Ji Yi has been selected to represent the Dragon Country and tackle the first dungeon world, the Changshan Hospital, where the death rate is 99%. The article also provides a patient handbook with instructions on how to navigate the hospital, including warnings about medication and equipment. The article ends with a creepy note warning against taking medication given by a group of demons. The article has a rating of 78. On to the next novel, we have. The book, Life Hunter, is about a legendary man named Remain Blade who is feared by all. An old god tells him he has been killed by mistake and offers him a chance to start a new life with a younger body in a place where fantasies are reality. The story follows the most legendary human, who people call the Kind Demon. The reviewer gave it a rating of 82. On to the next novel, we have. The story introduces various gods and deities from different mythologies, including Zeus, Odin, Ammon, and Marduk. The protagonist, Su Yi, also makes an appearance. The overall rating for the story is 78. On to the next novel, we have. The book, Vainqueur the Dragon, is about a typical dragon named Vainqueur Nightsbane who loves to nap on his hoard of gold, kidnap princesses, and make life difficult for adventurers. However, when he learns about classes, levels, and quests, he considers a career change and decides to hunt monsters for pay instead. The book has a rating of 76. On to the next novel, we have. The Reincarnator's Tavern is a crossover fanfiction that incorporates various popular franchises and power systems. The story is set in a unique tavern and follows the adventures of reincarnated characters from different worlds. It contains elements of jump chains and D&D and includes 3 chapters. The author's rating for the story is 88. On to the next novel, we have. The novel, Back to the Sixties, is about a woman named Lin Qing-He who transmigrates into a non-viable 1960s era and becomes one of its cannon fodders. She is not worried about the lack of supplies since she has a personal interspatial space filled with supplies. However, she remembers that her 3 sons will become villains in the future and their upright and cold dad will meet an unfortunate ending. Lin Qing-He decides to give the 3 future villain sons half of a big white bun first. On to the next novel, we have. A former demon lord who lost to a group of heroes is reborn into the past and vows to live a kind life. This is the story of his journey. The reviewer gave it a rating of 84. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the book is Reincarnation Paradise, and the reader gave it a rating of 92. The story follows a young man named Su Xiao who seeks revenge for his family's death. As he is dying, he is given the opportunity to be reincarnated and becomes a hunter. He travels through different worlds, including One Piece, Tokyo Ghoul, Naruto, and more, completing dangerous missions and leveling up. On to the next novel, we have. The article titled, Oh My, I Messed Up the Story, is about a chronically ill girl named Katie who finds herself inside a novel she has read and tries to keep the plot intact. However, things don't go as planned and happy endings are not always what they seem. The article received a rating of 80. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.